Ай, гледай каква вълна и течението, и стои се течението, бе. Сега течението и вълната са в тъп посока, и той обаче гледай какво е. Перфект.
Hi guys, welcome to Balkan Shipyards. I'll stop the music because there's a lot of people out there that get very affectionate about what they make, and then they kind of sue you for like not paying them for something that they put on the net, for example. So it's okay. So anyway, so we're in Balkan Shipyards now. Music just got switched off. Yeah, I'm smoking. I got back from sea. That's the Avaya 30. And there's the arm of Mako Blake. Yeah, he's the boy. You saw him, you know him. He's a good boat. He does what I want. And I'm really proud of him, and thank God he was born, because when Mako Blake, before he was born, I was like this depressed big time. And I almost wanted to die, kind of a thing. And that was after 2 failure Proas that I built, which the first one was a huge failure, and then the second one wasn't such a big failure, but it's why not? It's not a good Proa. I don't like that hull, I don't like the design. It's very fast, when light, very fast boat, but I like cruising, so I like loading, so I don't want that, you know, I want this, you know. So then I changed this to that a little bit, you know, and then that became this, and then this is that. And then, so then I'm hanging out, so I came, so now I've been working for about 2 weeks. I've been tearing my ass away, building and doing and stuff for all the promises that I've promised. Because promises we keep, because that's really important stuff. So then I do all the working stuff, and I sweat on jobs, and I do concrete, and I do this, and we break away big stones, and we move this, and we put up big wood. And then I'm on the roof some other day, and then I'm this, and then I'm that. So now I'm here. Because it's raining. Thank God, I never loved the rain. Now I'm starting to appreciate it. So then I sat down over here, I poured myself paddy, but paddy, out of him came lakia, made by a bud that put it into that bottle, the landlord. Amazing lakia, made of plums and stuff. Whoa, beautiful lakia. So I still got a little bit left in my cup. So to Balkan Shipyards and to Shunting, guys. Can't see myself, but may the force be with us. Okay? May the force be with us. I think the future is interesting. Yeah. And I think the less you need, the better you could be. So I think Proa is the least you need. Okay? It's the fastest build for the least material and the simplest. But it's a shunter. Okay? You don't want a shunter. It's shit. You know why shunter is shit? Because when you're sailing and you're coming to somewhere, or you're going to somewhere, or you're doing something. Now, let's say you're going that way, and let's say on your port side there's locks. Okay? And let's say you're as close as the wind as possible to be, to the light, to not hit these locks. It means you're hard on it, okay? That means, let's say you'd be armored to the right, yeah, and you have locks to the left, yes? Now, windward is coming from the head to the right, okay? Good. You can't go right, because then you stop. You're in the wind. And you can't tack, because you'll Proa. You'll get backwind and you'll get really messed up. So then you can only shunt, which means go left onto the locks, shunt, but by this time your boat's broken on the locks and it doesn't shunt so good anymore. And this is a huge, huge difference between shunter and tacker. Tacker is life in the park, man. You just turn the thing over and it goes to the other side now. And now you're sailing again to windward, and this time you're moving away from the locks. On a shunter, bye-bye. Too late. There's no doing this. You have to shunt, you have to go off the wind. That means you're sailing towards those locks. Now, if it's a fast shunter like Mako Blake is, then you can go pretty close. But still, there is a point when you would not go further. It's a shunter. You need to be able to go off and stop the boat. And sometimes the boat doesn't stop when you want. Sometimes it keeps going. Sometimes I don't know what it's doing. Sometimes it kind of wants to get back with. Does all kinds of things. It doesn't, but anything can happen, so then it could do. But this one is shunts the best in the West. But let's say, For example, you're the shunter, you're not a tacker. You can't just turn off light and go that way. When you understand shunting, then shunting becomes the best. It becomes the future too. Because materials getting expensive, everything became 2 times the money. That's what happened over here. Now at the moment it's 2 times the money for OSB. OSB used to be 24 lever. Now the other day I bought the 20 sheets and I was charged 42. From 24 to 42. I don't care what numbers you're speaking, I don't care how you translate it. It used to be 24, now it's 42. Okay. A 10% or 20% increase, I understand, but 42, I don't understand so much. So let it be. It is what it is. You know, we're not going to fight with that. So Proas are the best. Because if it's going at 42, you might as well build a Proa because you'll use less 42s. The most boat for the least amount of material, and you can go anywhere you want, man. I mean, you can put on a car, man. You don't have to have a Bentley like mine. You can have a Chevy pickup, man, and you can do the thing, and you can do whatever you want, and you can have whatever you want. You can have a Mercedes bus. I don't care what you got, okay? But you can move this boat easy, okay? That one, okay? This is a ship. It's an intergalactical battleship by Balkan Shipyards. Because we build ships for intergalactical battle. This one has the force is very strong with her because she's made of poplar ply, so she's very light for her weight, and she probably will go very far. And I suppose, guys, honestly, the force is strong. You know, you just got to believe in whatever you want to believe in it, and you just go with it all the way and don't mess about. Okay, that's it, guys. Balkan Shipyards. Keep shunting. Hi guys. Welcome to Balkan Shipyards. I'm smoking a cigarette now because somebody forgot some loading papers over here. So I'll use up his loading papers. So that's the Avaya 30. This is a shunting vessel. This is a Proa, not a Proa. Whoever knows, knows. But guys, I mean, if there's any new guys over here, so you're welcome to the world of shunting. And I please want to make you understand that shunting is the best in the West. And I will go over this model again and say that this is not a specific Proa. This is a Proa because it's got a symmetrical hull. And it's got an armor that's almost as long. Okay, and that makes it into a Fijian lure, Balkan style. So I decked her 25, she's 735 in centimeters from here to there, from this side to that side. Inside she's done, the whole thing's painted, everything's done. This is the hatches where we're going to keep. I walk on a boat, you'll excuse me, I'm getting on it with shoes. But I won't do it again. So that's the sheets, compasses. Sheet of the junk can go in one box because it's a long sheet. And then binoculars, compass, radio, tobacco, whatever I want, bottle of water. And on the other side I've got the other half of the things. So it's like a million things. And then there's holes letting the water out. So wave, when he comes in, he's allowed to go back to where he came from. Because waves, that's what they like to do. Yeah, Fifi! Fifi just came for video. Yampa! Say hello.
Hello!
There's Yampa, he's on video. Yampa's my best bud. And Yampa gave this boat the number 13. That's why we'll have Avaya 3025, Proa 1 Force 213. What it means is we're going to 13. So it's a 2, 1, 3, because 13 is the luckiest number in the world, and that Yampa gave me. Yampa, thank you very much from Balkan Shipyards. Yampa, are we welcome?
Yeah, welcome, thank you.
And let's go back to the decking. That's the dagger board. And as I said, it was so easy to do. Now take the screws out and get that done. That's the other side of that boat, of this. Because that's the best thing about a Proa, is that it's symmetrical 2 ways, okay? It's symmetrical. They say it's unsymmetrical. It's very symmetrical. It's just not symmetrical going forward like on a normal monohull or catamaran. It's symmetrical going sideways to the motion. And you're welcome to Balkan Shipyards, guys. There's Jampa. Say hi, Jampa. Just wave, please. Thank you. That's Jampa. He's a client and a friend, and he's all of them together. Jampa's very hard. And he's hard work, Jampa. But we know him and we understand him. And it's Fifi. Fifi! Come here, my boy. Come here, my boy. That's Fif. Hello, Fif. Hello, Fif. Fif loves the shipyard. Hey, my boy. Hey, you funny guy. I'll go say hi to him, guys. All the best.
Seal dog.
He's a seal dog, Jampa calls him. Take care, guys. All the best, Balkan Shipyards. Keep shunting. So we're back in the shipyard, and I love smoking the pipe. And it's about winterized in this place. So what I got is, got to build a full-on wall, plastic. I did the whole ceiling in plastic, so it's the same thing. And I want to close off the top and have a big plastic thing with a door coming down to the workshop, and heat only over there behind the plastic wall, and put the vaca over there. And so I can continue fiberglassing over the winter. I want to launch in the spring. So here she is, the Avera 3025, Proa 1 Force 213. I put him over here before I went sailing. I had to move the armor, and I had to get Michael Blake down off his. Michael Blake, he's on shelves. He's put away like books. So I had to get the books out. So then everything moved down there. Now you can see them first time. It's I mean, I like it. It looks good. There's nice proportion between the hulls. I don't know how to explain what's going through my mind, but it just looks good, the two hulls together. Okay. It's just hard to move stuff around over here so things don't happen too much. There's a dagger case. So there are going to be a bunch of bulkheads in this armor now, and then akka horns. I don't know what they're called, but those are two akka horns. Okay, so I'm going to have the bulkhead and akka horns onto him. That's how I did it over here. It's so simple. It's messing around with degrees and stuff, but we'll do that on video. I'll show you how it's done. It's a piece of cake. Here's the dagger. So when it's down up to here, which is a lot. It's 1.20 meters. So then the draft of this armor will be, at the moment I would estimate at parking it's about 20, rough estimation, plus 1.20 meters. So if I'm sailing in kaput wind and dagger all the way down, because I think daggers really help in slow winds. I think they help. They slow you down a lot, but I think they really hold you on course, okay? So in force kaput, that means armor's drawing 20 because it's not even flying or skimming, and I got 1.20 meters under me, plus the 20 of the armor, 1.40 meters. That's quite a lot, okay? That's his sealer's draft. So then I have to be really thinking about where the locks are, okay? Because up to now I've been sailing with that and that, which is a 20 plus a 70, so I've been doing a 90, but then I'm used to a meter because Baby Mana was a meter. I had a Kestrel 22, what a boat, guys. If anybody's into monos out there, a Kestrel 22, it said bomb-proof in one of the forums. That I read all the forums about this boat, and then I bought it on eBay with never seen it before. And I just went to England and I got on it. And I made so many mistakes that it was unbelievable, and I'm still alive. So that's a bulletproof boat. So thank God. That's why you can afford to make mistakes. That's the difference also between racer and cruiser. Suddenly somebody comes in about speed or something, you know. But you don't understand. Don't ask for speed and don't ask for close to the wind and all that stuff when you're a cruiser. When you're a cruiser, everything goes down. You're slower and you're further away from the wind. And that's what you are because you're a cruiser. And if you don't get that, then don't be a cruiser, go be a racer. But then I want to see you sailing that over the ocean. You'll do it once or twice. Either the boat will fall apart or you will fall apart. It's not a cruiser, it's a racer. Okay, can be done. But one of you is going to fall apart. A cruiser, no. A cruiser is different. It won't take you apart and it won't fall apart. And it can stay out there in a much bigger variation, whatever it's called, of weather. Okay? Cruisers can take anything and keep going very happy. Whereas racers start having a hard time because they were designed for a specific wind. where there's a cruiser designed for everything. So this is the cruiser. Okay, so let's go down on this. I went sailing and I was supposed to check this out, okay? Let's go back to where we came from. So this is a type of steering. This is a steering paddle, and you'd push it down and you'd move your CLL off. I built this paddle and I tested it on Make-up Lake when I was at the Black Sea, now before my Black Sea cruising videos, Black Sea sailing. I tried it once. It was so uncomfortable and so disgusting and so not nice to do that I stopped. But that's because I've got the sheet going here. I'm sitting on the Aka. I don't know where to put my feet. I don't know where to put my legs. It's not nice for me. It's the sheet. They got the backstay. You got the sheets. You got the bungee cords. It's all here where I got to shove this thing down. And you got the pipe going out over there, the tacking pipe, that black pipe. And it just was too awkward and dumb. So I did it for about 3 minutes. 5. It works. It works very, very well. So, if the stupid awkward situation will not be here again, and this would be comfortable for me to sit somewhere, this is a type of steering that will work. Now I'm thinking about what would happen even if this would be used as a following rudder. I want to design this boat for going downwind. I've got some serious shit about that, and then I'm thinking about that a lot, okay? Proas don't go downwind. I'll tell you all a secret. Another thing that didn't get filmed, and I'm so sorry because the conditions were just getting bad. This is a secret, but I'll tell you my secrets because I don't have any secrets. I don't like having secrets. Having secrets is not good. So I turned the Lashank over and I put it between the two hulls. I did that for about 3 minutes, maybe 5. I was flying downwind. Winds was building. Zhenya was not happy. I wanted to film it, but I felt like Zhenya can't handle this. She feels it's long, but it was perfect. But Zhenya is afraid at sea. She's my best mate. She's been with me from England to here and on all my tours. I would never find a better mate than her, but she slows me down. She gets alarmed early and then I do corrections. So here's the Lashank. Now, what I did was, sailing down at the Black Sea, was I turned the sail over and brought it into here. So on my middle Aka, I had just a rope tying around. And my main sheet blocks, they hook onto the boat with carabiners. So I let this carabiner go, yeah, and I took that carabiner out, yeah. Now I'm going downwind. I was sailing like this downwind. So then I let the sail go out all the way, so it went out even a little bit too much, because that's what it does on my sheets. They're designed to be that way. And it goes off to that much, okay? Now the boat's sitting downwind, okay? Now I unhook that, and I unhook that. That I hooked onto here, and that I don't remember what I did with it. On Make-Up Lake, this one with the Lashank. And I had the rig between the two hulls, and Zhenya's sitting over here and holding the sheet, because I'm worried. I don't know, I've never done this before, okay? And the sail's between the two hulls over here, and I hooked it onto the rope tying onto the middle Aka, and Zhenya's holding the junk sheet. She's there, she's driving, and I'm here on 80 scull. And 80 scull was just working like he's walking in the park. It was like no deal for him. It was like, oh, you want to go that way? Okay. Oh, you want to go a little bit that way? Oh, okay. I was almost in trim. Perfect. I was just flying downwind. It was so easy, but the wind was building. I was getting serious, and I'm sure it was already 15 knots, because there was white breakers everywhere, okay? And we have to head north. And Zhenya's not happy with all this, and I respect Zhenya for being not happy sometimes when I'm happy. That's just the way we sailing get along with to others, each other, kind of. So then let's say I bring the sail between the hulls. So then if I have a thing dragging over here, bringing my CLL off, and it's tied off like that somehow, and it's leaning against something, I might make the something that has got the same. And the wave, I drew it like that. I want that to be to not get in the water as much. And now at the moment, it's all balanced. If you touch anything, something will fall. And that's good news, because it's raked in that means that it's balanced. That means it's going to stay there, okay? Because at the moment it's there, and then the water will be pushing it there because leeway is that way, on it. This armor should be on the other side. Okay, we'll clear it up over here because a lot of guys that come to this channel are Proa maniacs, but there's new guys coming along. And to you new guys, welcome to Balkan Shipyards. I want you to stay here because shunting is the future. So then, okay, armor to windward, and then Vaka to leeward. And the Proa always receives the wind from one and only side, okay? That is armor to Vaka. Okay? That's why Proas are the only symmetrical boats just a long way, okay? They're not, people call them asymmetrical boats or something. They're not. They're just a symmetric line goes sideways to the normal forward backwards of a normal any other boat. Proas are the only because they're shunters. And they go like that. And Proas are the strongest of multis, and Proas are many things. They're many, many, many things. But you go deal with that shit shunting business. And that's shit stuff to do. Tacking is 16,000 times better and nicer and everything more. But shunting, it's a ZEN. It's a ZEN. It's a you believe in it or you don't. It's the whole story starts off with shit. Okay? Today the world was made and it was made out of shit. Yes? Now, what benefits can we get out of this world that's made out of shit? Okay? And then it works out to be by mistake that in the shunting world of shit, you get the strongest boat, the simplest boat, the nicest ride, the safest boat, the most capable boat, the cheapest boat, the fastest to build boat, the everything boat, whatever you want boat, the everything all that together boat. But you have to shunt. And shunting means you have to think long before and decide, do I do this shunt or not, because a shunt can kill you versus a tack that will save you. If I got rocks on the left and I'm hard on the wind and the wind's coming from forward to the right, I can't shunt because I have to turn left. I'll be on those rocks. A tacker, you just tack. And now you're going against forward and you're further away from the rocks now. On a shunter, you can't do that, my friend. And if you don't think about that beforehand, then I'm sorry you build one, because you're going to die with one. Now that's a big difference, okay? And we understand this. We understand this, and we have nothing against tackers, and please don't get me wrong, because there's weirdos that get me wrong sometime and they start defending the tackers. You don't have to defend the tacker. I sailed a tacker all my life. I love tackers, man. Tackers are the best in the West. Okay? But shunters, they come with the shit, but they give you so much. There's only advantages after that. Okay? And you have to think, and it all comes down to, what am I gaining per effort? So you work for 10 euro an hour or for 500? Okay? Your effort is X, you're gaining Y. Is Y bigger than X? On a shunter, Y is just like, Y is 16 times X plus 2 in a square. Now, shunting is the future, but it's just people have to change their mindset. You have to start thinking different. You have to think about, let's say, what happens if materials get not available or expensive, or the two of them together. Then shunter wins without even shunting. Yeah, nothing is like a shunter. You're building with 50 pence. You rig them with $1, and you're ready to go. You can do what you want. Okay? You can go, you can kill yourself, you can come back happy, you can come back sad, whatever you want to do. But it takes very little money to get on the water with a shunter. And it can be made out of anything. If you don't have enough wood, then buy toothpicks and then glue them all together. And you'll have a very big beam made out of toothpicks. That's bamboo, that's very strong stuff. For example. So winterizing begins by getting all that junk out of there putting up a plastic wall with a doorway coming down the stairs. Just nylon kind of, got to have an opening over here. So it would be what I got on my ceiling, eh? I have to make the space smaller. It gets over here minus 20, minus 25, like that's cold, okay? It does that easy, okay? Minus 15, coming to work in minus 15, I would say it's 40% normal, okay? Normal, coming to work at minus 7, 8, 10, that's normal. Everything's hard. It's cold. If you can't get the place up to plus 15, you're going to die in here. You're going to turn into a popsicle. Your feet are going to freeze. It happened to me before. Your feet freeze and then they become itchy. And you just scratch your feet all the time. And that's something to do with the cold. Something happened in your blood veins. So once I close this off, then I put a rocket stove in that corner. This piece of junk's going away. It's a piece of rubbish, man. You have to put a shitload of wood in there and cook this thing hard until all the iron heats up, and then maybe you'll be warmish. But it's just a waste of wood. So I'm going to put a rocket in there. Got to move all this. And then the vaca comes here, people. Got a fiberglass. So yeah, you can expect some winter fiberglassing vids. They'll be interesting. Can I get the temperatures I want? Am I stable everywhere? Have I got the right temperature everywhere? Or am I running too hot over here and too cold over there? And this is shit you have to think about. This epoxy stuff, he doesn't like cold. He's a little bit like me. We don't like cold, okay? Just the force sent me to the Balkans, okay? I didn't want to live here, never. It just happened. Okay? so I get along with epoxy. I understand him very well. He needs heat. So we'll heat him up. So that's what happens now. Guys, I'm knocking off. Ravaya 3025, next from Balkan Shipyards. We want to go very far with this boat. If the force is with us, we shall do that. If it's not with us, then that's all good too. Take care, guys. Balkan Shipyards.